There, YouTubers, this is Mimi, and I am back in your faces again. And today's topic is going to be about insecurities. Yeah, this is a very touchy subject because it consists of fear. A fear of what you've probably gone through, a fear of what you've probably experienced, a fear of what it is that burns within you, what it is that you probably watched growing. It all starts with where your life started, from your childhood experiences to what you've, like I said earlier, gone through, and to where you are today. Every one of us faces insecurities. Each and every one of us, men and women, we all face insecurities because when it comes to love, your heart, you give your heart to somebody and you become vulnerable to that person because you want to protect what's yours. You want to feel safe with them. You want to feel safe that nothing is ever going to pull you away from that situation, from that person. You just want to protect your domain. Most people call it territorial. Yeah. But no, seriously, it's real. When you love somebody, you tend to kind of not want to lose that situation in the relationship. But the thing is, when it comes to love and relationships, that's the kind of insecurities I'm talking about today. The Bible says that perfect love casts out all fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. Now, a lot of us make a big mistake expecting that when we get in a relationship, that all fear is going to go away. No. As a matter of fact, that's when you might start fearing a lot because now your heart becomes vulnerable to that person. I mean, if you guys, been together for a while and all that good stuff, you're going to face some insecurity somewhere down the line. And I'm not saying they're just going out there and mistreating you, but like I said earlier, you become territorial. You want to protect what's yours. You want to make sure that nothing takes you away from that person or that person is not pulled away from you however way. And this is the secret to being in a relationship. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody, if you want to give your heart away to somebody, you have to have a relationship with God. You have to, number one, whether you believe in God or not, or whether you don't want to hear about God first or not, this is the secret to relationship. Love. Love was created by God. God is love. He is the author of love. I might get very sensitive when it comes to love and peace because that's who I am. That's my passion. Love and peace. So this is one of my greatest subjects is love, because once you connect with God, once you know you have this relationship with God, He literally works within you. When you have a relationship with God, you spend time with Him, He works within you. He works within things that you fear. He pulls away what you fear. He shows you your worth. He shows you who you are. He speaks to you in ways that only you can get it. And sometimes you may try to explain it to people and they might not see it the way you see it because it wasn't their vision, it was your vision. It wasn't their path, it was your path. God speaks to you in so many ways and forms. But when it comes to love, you're supposed to spend time with God so He can work inside of you. He can work on your heart. He can work on your mind. He can work on who you are in general as a person. And that way, when you get in a relationship with somebody else, God had already taught you love and He's teaching you love every single day. And that kind of love is what you're going to offer the other person. I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. Only God can teach you love. Only God can show you what love is. Only God can literally give you the grace of love. He has to teach you what it is first. And the worst mistake we make as human beings is we get in a relationship with other people, expecting them to make you happy, expecting them to fill you up, expecting them to make you whole and complete, expecting them to make you feel like, yes, this is what love is, a human being can only demonstrate love to you. A human being can only give you what they know. A human being can only go as far as what they know to make you happy in their own way of version. But the completeness that takes away every fear can only come from God Himself. Don't go in a relationship expecting somebody to make you complete and whole and to be your everything. A person can be the best of you. A person can be the best half of you, that without them something about you is missing. There's nothing, oh my God, I'm on that. But I have a pet peeve to say that a man or a woman can be your everything. Oh my God, don't ever do that. I'm sorry for all of y'all who feels like a man, and if you're a woman, a man is your thing, or if you're a woman, if you're a man, a woman is your everything. You can't give a human being that title. A human being cannot be your everything because they are not perfect. Only God is perfect. And although people may do things that are going to make you angry, and although people are going to act in ways that are going to make you feel, insecure for whatever reason, you are going to have the security within yourself to not break down, to not destroy your own heart, to not let somebody give you a bad taste when it comes to love, to not give you the feeling of, I give my love to somebody and they destroyed it, they take me for granted. I will never do that to somebody else. Or I will never give myself up to somebody else because that person messed up. When you give yourself to God first, He gives you that security of love. And you get the revelation of, if somebody messes up, it is because they're not made whole and complete themselves. It is because they don't genuinely know what love is. They just gave you the love they knew. And it gives you a sense of life to still want to give your heart to somebody else because this person messed up. Only God can fill those insecurities. Only God can mend that fear. Only God can heal you from things that we are so afraid of to happen to us. Only God can mold that. Perfect love casts out all fear. Love has to start with God first. And then whatever you learn from Him, whatever He reveals to you, whatever wisdom you pick up from that through the relationship and the bond of spending time with God, whatever He shows you is what you offer your mate. You can't be in a loving relationship if you don't have a heart to forgive. You can't be in a loving relationship if you don't have a mind and a heart to understand. You can't expect a relationship to go further if you don't have grace with that person. The beauty of a lasting relationship, you have to have a forgiving heart. You have to have an understanding. And you have to have grace. Only God can teach you that. Only God can show you that. Now you have to make sure that God aligns you with the right people, that you will have the grace to continue loving, because not everybody is what you're dealing with. Not everybody. But I'm not saying you can't date people because they're not worth being loved. All I'm saying is you have to make sure that God has says, okay, this is where I want you to be. This is who I want you to love. Excuse me for my tears and milkers. I'm as authentic as it can come. I'm not here to look fancy. I'm just here to share what I've gone through and what I've learned from my relationship with God. If you're going to want to be in a relationship and you're going to face insecurities, you're going to face pain with people, you're going to face disappointment, especially when it comes to love. You're going to face that. All I'm saying is you have to give yourself to God first. You have to allow God to work through the battles that you faced in life. You have to give yourself to God so He can heal you. He can restore you. He can show you what you're made out of. He can show you who you are. And that way when you get with somebody, that's what you're going to offer. Love. You can only be taught love by God. So when you get in a relationship expecting somebody to fill you up, expecting somebody to be your everything, expecting somebody to bring you joy and happy, you've got it wrong and twisted. That's not what a person is there for. A person is there to give you what they know when it comes to love. And you are there to give them what you know when it comes to love. No human being can teach you love. You can only be kind and do what you know. But if you want to give love is not good. Just good memories and good times when you're extremely happy. Love is when you don't feel like doing it. Love is when you want to kill somebody, but you still have compassion. Love is when you just know, oh my God, do you know what you just done to me? And I'm supposed to sit here and love you? Love is knowing you can cool all that off and still be genuine to that person, especially when they don't deserve it. That's love. Only God can teach you that. So when it comes to insecurities, you have to give your heart to God so He can heal you of your past. He can give you a brand new mind of thinking differently, to give you a heart of understanding, a mind of understanding. I can go so far when it comes to love and all that. Because I'm still a learning process. I'm not perfect myself. I'm still learning. But I know this. You can't expect a human being to feel you. You can't expect a human being to take away all your insecurities, because you're going to feel them. You just have to give yourself first to God and let God work on you so you can have something to offer. And if somebody mess you up, you're not going to sit here and say, I would never do this again because the last person I gave my heart did this and they did that, and I would never do that ever again. That person cannot destroy what God has for you, because there are counterfeits out here. You're going to have prototypes before you get the real deal. And remember, the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy you first. He's going to do whatever he can to make sure that he destroys what God has for you before you can receive what God has for you. The devil will come ahead to try to mess you up. That's why you have to stay in a strong bond with God so God can teach you who you are, what you're made out of, and what you should always expect and never give up on. Don't let fear get the best of you. Don't let somebody mess up your heart and your thinking when it comes to love because they didn't fill you up on this side. Give God your insecurities. Ladies, don't expect a man to fill you up. Don't base your worth and your value on how a man treats you. Don't do that. We're dealing with people that are broken every single day. Men and women are both broken. We all are. We are all a work in process. So don't expect perfection out of people who are still broken. That's why you gotta give yourself to God first. He's gonna teach you what you're made out of, so you can have something to offer people. And even if those people mess up, you will still have the grace and the momentum to rise back up and continue moving to find what you deserve. And this person who messed up is not going to take that away from you. Oh my God, I can go so much about love, insecurity, fear, and all that good stuff. But the point is this. Give your hearts to God first so He can work on what you're most fearful about. And you can have so much to offer to the next person that you know you deserve to have. So, I love it when I become vulnerable and open with you guys, because you see, genuinely, this is real. This is what I face, and this is the revelation that I've got. And I hope that it helps a lot of y'all, as God has worked through me first. And until I see you guys on the next video, give yourselves to God and let God be the one to mold you and shape you. And I look so forward to seeing you guys always in the next videos that I do. So I hope this speaks some wisdom into your hearts and into your mind. Okay, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this. Okay.